Welcome to TradeTheNBA.com. This is John. This report is for the 14th of December. Yes, a little special day for me. And continuation of special for the market. As we can see the continued climb here, we had the dip below. Well, it all began right here where we saw the green. Midterm buyers crossing along at the same time with short-term buyers, creating a nice move that began this up break. We also ended up then right here. Let me see if I can get my arrow to point at it. The DOC cyan moving underneath the red right at the break point right here, as it's described. As I'm having difficulty trying to convince this 5 to turn green like it's supposed to. Nice rising shakeout, reaching the peak points right here. I mean, cyan clearly underneath the red. Yes, overbought, we're going to have some retraces, but you can see that overboug's already starting to fade just a little bit, so there could be a little bit more time that this still has to float around. And you can see ABM, that becomes the effective way to trail this one. Pretty straightforward. Actually, we should look at the 50K while I'm here. Let's bring that chart up. This was it. Now, likewise, this is an adjustment I'll be making to the Opus 2. When you have this setup, there's no reason to exit this trade until cyan is above red, period. Just probably is going to end up being the same, but still better to have trail followed that a little bit more and recognize that becoming a new stop point instead of taking out the trade. So those little adjustments, they will make a dramatic difference in the overall profit factors as trend following capability becomes stronger. NQ, yep, there it was. It broke out through new highs, nice and strong. Just catching up to the other, ES, not going to catch the Dow. The Dow is just on fire, unable to stop it, but way overbought. So that's going to have the most significant retrace when it takes place. But as you can see, the ABM following it nicely should try and get itself to the 20K. That's like a big thing. I'm sure a lot of people are watching it, but love the Fed right here, keeping that 105 above intact because they know too much below there, and it's problematic as far as maintaining above parity. So doing a good job maintaining it. TLT, potential nothingness. We have a turnaround at 120.46, but still have that 113 target down at the bottom side of it. No objections to it whatsoever. It's just going to trade back and forth. And oil, as long as it stays up in this range, this is strong for, I think, U.S. growth in that, simply because it means that you're going to have more of an activation of shale activity, which certainly will help domestic growth, something that hasn't been a policy for a very, very long time, and gold is just going to be stuck. And there's our 5K. We ended up back here, and that was a match of the previous days. Let me shrink the chart here. We can take a look at it. Another one will do. We had a pre-market bounce that took place right back here. Kind of traded flat through most of the day, but I said that the expectation is after the positive extremes get refilled that they would try and take that level back out. They did exactly that. It's going to be kind of a mean reversion now because we broke out slightly above it, made another little high, but it's right where price wants to come back. It looks like Algo has sort of set that as a benchmark to either build a position potentially for the next move. So we'll keep an eye out for that target plateau, and that becomes an interesting one because you can certainly trade above and below that level as far as knowing where there's what you would most people would like to refer to as a support, but it's just where there was activity. Now oftentimes you get activity above, but they also need it below to get an average weighted price, so that can create a little bit more of a dip than we've seen up to this point, simply because we do have plenty of positive extremes that can still get filled in. A couple of places there. These already got taken out pretty much right here when we dipped down intraday, so that kind of filled up any of that volume. But we're a little weak right here to start off the morning. It's early though, nothing too dramatic set to affect things at this particular point. Everyone's going to be just waiting for Fed to get their act together and see what whether they're going to change policy before things have happened or if they're going to wait and actually let the numbers dictate it. They really should be lagging as opposed to leading. So we'll see. If they take an aggressive stance, there could be some fireworks, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because I know the market is priced in 100% certainty of a rate increase. If it doesn't happen, well, then we could see all sorts of fireworks, because some of that stuff has been factored into where the market is. So we'll look for it. As always, though, the indicators are going to give us the lead, so that's the easiest way to look at it. Trade well, and I'll probably be on the Skype chat early on, but as far as later, probably not. The girls are taking me out for a nice 50th birthday party event, which a mixed bag given the circumstances, but we soldier on, do what we can. As always, though, trade well. Talk again later.